on the next episode of BlackHearts Spooky Club.
Oh boy, now here's a win, and it's even got the Eckerd price tag on it. If you know, you know. It's at the outro of every video. This is a strobe ghost, and this one is called the Thrilling Ghost from Eckerd for $12. Let's see what the face looks like on this one, because this is going to be a pickup. This is definitely a pickup today.
Tonight at 8 on TV 13.
Hello again, ghouls and goblins, and welcome back to the channel. Today's spooky adventure brings me out Halloween thrifting. Yes, finally. This is something that's near and dear to my heart. Now, as much as I love going to the big box stores during Halloween season, today we're going out thrifting and hoping I can find a lot of vintage inspired items. I'm talking about tissue dancers, die cuts, blow molds, everything in between. I'm hoping that I can find all of that stuff today. Now, the location I'm going to is in Kinston, North Carolina, and it is a big thrift store. It's the sister store of the one that's over in Greenville, North Carolina, the Copper Mill Antique Market. It has over 500 vendors, and the one in Kinston has exactly the same amount, if not more. From what I understand, this one is growing, and they're expanding, and they're getting even more vendors. So I did call up here. I cheated a little bit, and I asked if they had any vintage Halloween, and they said yes, they have a great deal. So how's it going to look? There's only one way to find out, and that's to join me if you dare.
I got a black heart, it's a new start. Welcome to the spooky club. I got a black heart, it's a new start. Welcome to the spooky club. Take that! Join the spooky club.
And to make the trip even better, I passed a house that's already decorated for Halloween with Skelly. The old drugstore on the corner reminds me of Vincent Drugs from Halloween. So it is worth noting that the vintage store that I'm going to today is right here beside this old Paramount Theater. So this just adds another touch of nostalgia to today's vintage Halloween hunt. I'm definitely pretty set on jointed skeletons, but this is an older one, and the neck is taped up because it's been worn out so much. $22 on that one. I'm going to say that one's got to be like late 70s, early 80s. And then look, Halloween cups. Wow. And then, oh my, what is this blow mold back here? But first we've got some napkins here, Frankenstein napkins, but I have not seen this one ever, I don't think. All right, this looks really cool. Oh, $50 for that though. But I don't know, guys. I'm going to have to contemplate this one because it's really, really cool. Then we've got this for $25. It's like a vintage inspired like napkin, I believe. You don't see these every day out in the wild. Here's two 10-inch old school Halloween candles. I do know for a fact these are from the 90s. And these are $8. Wait, we've got more. Oh man, there's some old school stuff here. For sure. Look at this witch tissue dancer. Is she wearing Converse? I believe she's wearing Chucks, but look at the detail on that. And of course, it's put out by the Bystol Corporation. It says one dancer. How much is she? Because I would be interested in her if the price is right. All right, her price is up here. Let's see, $13 for the old school witch tissue dancer. I almost overlooked the posable skeleton for $8. And technically I know Santa is not Halloween, but I do love blow molds, and this one is $110 for this one. But here's the original jack-o'-lantern blow mold, $48 for that one. It is a little faded, unfortunately, but that is one of the all-time classic blow molds. And then we've got one of the little candlesticks here also, and Santa for $60. And then we've got a baby Huey up here for $70. How much is the candle? The candle is $38, and there's a Macho Man Slim Jim holder for $149, as well as a bear blow mold up here for $48. And this is one you definitely don't see a lot out in the wild. And the color on this one is actually really, really good. This one was put up by Empire Plastics, and you see the date right there, 1969. They're asking $65 on this piece, but for the color on it, I mean, it's worth every penny because these things are getting harder and harder to find. So glad I already own a few of these. And then they've got Jack Skellington. Jack Skellington's marked down to $22. Jack Skellington is just about everywhere though, so you can find him almost anywhere. And then look at this. We've got the Heat Miser. I think this was from Lowe's last year, $125 on this guy. And a Kiss poster for $95. It's like a foil style. Oh, and look over here. I didn't even see this one. We've got the Snow Miser also for $125. Guys, there's so much Halloween and Christmas decor at this place. We've got a Frankenstein mini cookie jar for $20 and some of the Hocus Pocus 2023 keepsake ornaments, spice sachet scent bags, and then this is old school itself. Look at this trick-or-treat bucket. A little ghost popping up out of the jack-o'-lantern, and that's put up by Empire also. $40 for this one. All right, 1000%. This is going to be a pickup today. Here's a Betamax. Yes, Betamax, long before VHS, copy of Night of the Living Dead. And then right below it, we've got Night of the Living Dead on VHS. Definitely grabbing the Betamax. How can I pass that up? Oh boy, now here's a win. And it's even got the Eckerd price tag on it. If you know, you know. It's at the outro of every video. This is a strobe ghost. And this one is called the Thrilling Ghost from Eckerd for $12. Let's see what the face looks like on this one, because this is going to be a pickup. This is definitely a pickup today. And the Halloween hits just keep on coming. Look at this Halloween jointed pumpkin person for $15. Now that is a replica. And I do have this one. This is the Witch in the Moon centerpiece. This one is $10.95. Absolutely loving this one here. The Halloween Ghost. I believe this is old school here. This is $15. It's kind of like a honeycomb there. $15 for that piece. And then we've got all kinds of Halloween ornaments here. We've got a witch back here. We've got an old Collegeville costume for $36. We've got a book, The Truth About Jack-o'-lanterns. This place, guys, it literally just keeps on giving Halloween every corner I turn down. Old school Ben Cooper costume. Oh man, Collegeville. Oh, look at that witch back there. Look at her. Oh, look at her face. That one's cool. Vintage style, like Johanna Parker style piece over here. Squishmallows. These here, these little night lights. Absolutely love these. These are $10 each. And they have two of them, surprisingly. You never see two of these out in the wild. Maybe you can find one, but never two. Ever. And this is a custom-made pumpkin tower for $35, but you can see they've taken all of the vintage-style trick-or-treat pills to make it. And I remember when these were sold at Toys R Us. We've got a Lily Monster here for $50. And these kind of remind me of the vintage style postcards, but they're passing them off as framed Halloween pictures for $12 each. They've got an old school tabletop Frankenstein animatronic here. Not sure what year this is from, but I do know that these are from the early 80s, the McDonald's Happy Meal boxes. You got a set of two here. These are like when they were doing like the submarines. I remember the Dukes of Hazzard one and the UFO ones. And then for $75, they've got an original Kiss and Wasp tour poster, shock rock at its best. All right, this is a cool find. You don't find these anymore. You used to see these all the time. at Dollar Tree back in the day, but here's these Scary Sounds CDs. Here's Halloween magnets put out by Haunted Hollow. Trying to find a year on these. I'm going to guess probably sometime 2000s, I'm assuming, for just about all of this stuff, because you definitely don't see it anymore. And there's like some comfort grip cutters back there also. All right, now this is really cool. And look, you can see the faded Walmart 97 cents price tag. Look at the two ghosts there. The door cover. They're asking $2 for this. I think I'm going to grab this today. And then down here, we've got one of the older pumpkin carving kits for $2 also. Looks like this probably would have been sold at Kmart. Maybe. And then they've got the Pumpkin Masters pumpkin carving kit also for $2. From 1998, you've got a Halloween fun Barbie, and Kelly includes shadow puppets for you. See the back. Oh, that's cool. It comes with shadow puppets that you can do on the wall. And then we've got Halloween hip Barbie from like 2000. And then we've got Christmas back there. I'm not ready for Christmas just yet though. And guys, this is creepy in its own right. The doll that's on the box of Fab. And yes, it's still a sealed box of Fab. But look at how creepy the doll is. This has got to be from like the 50s or 60s. It's $45 for that. And when I was a kid, we actually had that old bread box there, and I still have it, as a matter of fact, to this day. Alright, I'm not even gonna lie. This dancing clown doll for $35 may be creepier than anything in the Halloween section. They even have a 3D skull pan, and I was just talking about these the other day in a live stream, how back in the day, people used to bronze their baby's boots, and here's a pair right here. But speaking of shoes, there's these like Beetlejuice Converse that came from Walmart last year, I think. $35 for these. And on the way home, I come across a Kmart, what used to be a Kmart that's now a thrift store, but unfortunately they're closed. And look inside, guys. You can see a payphone there. Oh, how I would love to have a payphone in my studio because that is so retro. But ironically enough, this is where I used to buy a lot of these Halloween blow molds and strobe ghosts and all of that stuff. And as I circle around the building here, most of that stuff would be set up right over here in the Lawn and Garden Center. What a flashback. All right, so there we go. What awesome finds at this thrift store, flea market, antique store, whatever you want to call it. My mind is boggled from this one, guys. This is probably the best I've seen in a very, very long time. And of course, you know, I could not leave it behind. One more for the collection. Here is the Thrillin' Ghost, basically the Strobe Ghost. And I love that it's got the HomeGoods price tags on it. A whopping $3.99 back then, and they were asking $13 for it, but it was 50% off, so I got it for around $7. So not too much of a price difference from what it was when it was originally on the HomeGoods and Kmart store shelves. And speaking of Kmart, I'm going to have to go back and check out that Kmart that is now a thrift store, because what are the chances that I can find some vintage Halloween in what used to be an old Kmart building? That would be like the icing on the Halloween cake, for sure. And speaking of Halloween and Summerween and everything in between, I do all of that here on Derek BlackHearts Spooky Club. So if you're new here and you like this type of content, how about slashing that subscribe button and also turning on that notification bell so you don't miss a moment of the spooky retro fun that I have here on the channel. And just a reminder that the BlackHearts Club channel is back also, so be sure to subscribe to that channel as well, because you'll get content over there that you won't find here on Derek BlackHearts Spooky Club. So until next time, I'll see you on the dark side.